Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to surface this mini head on a lathe. You need a pretty big lathe. This weighs about 14 kilos. The advantage of it is it's flat both sides. It's made of cast iron, so it's a relatively easy head to surface on a lathe. This is obviously ported. Going to need to surface it both sides, so we're going to use a lathe. It's not this one. Lathes come in all shapes and sizes. This is an Emco Compact 5, which is quite a small lathe. You can see my hand in relation to it. I use this mainly for jet drilling and reshaping idle jets and main jets on carbs. Another Emco lathe. This is a 5-inch centre lathe, but this is not what we're going to use either. We need something pretty big. So we've got a Colchester Triumph. I think this is about 10-15 years old. It's got a pretty big surface plate. This is 14-inch across, and it's got a removable gap. So you can see the bed actually has a section that comes out of it, which makes swinging something that's very long on the lathe much easier. So let's get it onto the faceplate and set it for cutting. So that is the cylinder head fixed to the faceplate. Got a couple of bolts, one there, one there. We've got a tipped tool ready to go. I've checked it for clearance. You don't want it to hit the bed, just as you don't want it to come off. People have asked why I surface cylinder heads on the lathe. I suppose you need a lathe that's big enough to do it. And this is a pretty heavy duty lathe. This is 6 kilowatt power motor, so you can take quite a big cut. It would do about 40 thou in one go. I've got a mill, but that's a bit lighter duty. That uses a multi-tipped cutter, but it's good for finishing, especially alley heads, but not really surfacing quite a bit off. That's where the lathe comes into its own. I first saw a lathe being used for surfacing mini heads down at Richard Longman's in Bournemouth. So I thought, yeah, if they think it's a good idea, then we'll go along with that. Anyway, let's give it a start. Set the feed. Cross feed's just going across the face of the head now. And that will take about 3 or 4 minutes to work its way all the way across to the centre. This is about halfway through. Stop it for a minute. You can see where it's surfacing, that edge. Continue that. It's got a small bit left. As soon as it goes quiet. Across. What we'll do now is we will turn the head around and surface the other side. So there's the head turned round, and I'm going to surface this face. So I've repositioned the cutter. Let's get surfacing with that one. done. Let's take that off and have a look at the surface. So there is the finish. From cutting the face on the lathe. Thanks for watching.